Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello YouTube, Legeis signing on. Wow, I don't know if you remembered last time, we had just been griefed. And it was horrible, and it was awful, and you just looked around, and there was craters and craters and craters. Well, yes, last night I finished, rebuilding. And I did what I said, I made it secure, I used obsidian, I did all kinds of fun stuff. And this morning, I was gonna, this afternoon, it's nighttime right now, it's almost midnight. I was going to come and log on and record and show you our new beautiful base. But it was griefed again in the meantime. That being said, it's actually not that bad this time. This is going to be a 20-30 minute fix. The obsidian really helped. Yeah, so let's start by doing /f home. Oh yeah, and I set up my homes so I could teleport across this gorge. This gorge is here on purpose actually this time. We have rules. It's supposed to say do not invite anyone to base, obey all signs, do not grief base, obey all officers. There's a bunch of faction rules. I have some stuff in my hands. The storage room is here. It's in one piece. I'm going to give you a tour. I'm going to give you the tour I was going to give you before got griefed. So we come through here. This is an officers only area. Once again, say hi to YouTube people. Okay, say hi to YouTube. Yeah, but we got all kinds of chests in here. There's actually a few faction members on, and I'm convinced this time it had to have been more or less an inside job. This, I can tell from the type of damage and how the obsidian protected it, this was a TNT job. 1 second. Legeis 90. Come over here. The armory got pretty bad because the armory was an obsidian, and well, partially. You can really see how the areas that are obsidian fared much better, which is really the lower areas. But I think it looks nice, and this is going to take 2 seconds to repair, so. Then the pride and joy. Remember the melon farm from last time? Well, ta-da! It's back. Some walls are missing. It's not actually all that big a deal, though. Most of it's cosmetic damage. Shout out to ACM 1013. Yay, he's requested one. Okay, he's a member of our faction here. Yeah. Interesting. Alright. It's actually on. This is wilderness. Yeah, this isn't actually all that bad as far as griefing goes. So I'm gonna do very simple. I'm going to just replace the brick that broke with some cobblestone. I can replace it with brick later. I'm gonna tell ACM to gather up and go to the store and buy obsidian. ACM, would you mind farming so we can buy more obsidian and finish the base? Only the unfinished spots seem to be bad. I mean, literally the finished spots have minimal aesthetic damage. It's nothing. Yeah, but I wanted to give you a follow-up. Well, anyways, last time I didn't report. Okay. Gaby Mercedes is on the game. Hi, Gabe. Hi, Gabe. And his name's actually Gabriel Mercedes, but I'd like to call him Gaby Mercedes because it sounds funnier. But no, you know what I'll do? I'll record all of this, and maybe I'll montage it later. And there's actually a perfect song I recently found to montage this to. So I'm just gonna work here for a long time, record it all, and put it into a montage. Okay, so be right back after the montage is done. Okay, guys.
Look at me, busy as a bee. Where'd I get all this energy? Oh, METH, METH. I don't sleep and I don't eat, but I've got the cleanest house on the street. Oh, METH, METH. Get these hairs all out of my face. Get these bugs all out of my place. One more hit, no time to waste. Oh, METH, METH. Look at me, busy as a bee. Where'd I get all this energy? Oh, METH, METH. I don't sleep and I don't eat, but I've got the cleanest house on the street. Oh, METH, METH. Get these hairs all out of my face. Get these bugs all out of my place. One more hit, no time to waste. Oh, METH, METH.
Hello, YouTube. Okay, so that wasn't, well, I didn't repair everything. You saw in my little montage I repaired a lot of stuff. So what we're essentially going to do here is, now that we've repaired some stuff, we're going to really get focused on getting our obsidian down, because we just need to get the obsidian down. So, let's go down there. Actually, let's do, F home. Teleport home. Yeah. Go into here. Perfect. Grab some buckets. What buckets? How many of these are? I don't know how many of you noticed in my first 2 videos on the server, on the RuralCraft, I'm talking to Chris in Skype. And you can't hear me talking. You can't hear him, so it just sounds like I'm a crazy dude talking to himself. That is not, well, I might be a crazy, but that is not the case. I'm not a crazy dude talking to himself. I might be crazy, but I wasn't talking to myself. I did something wrong with Skype, and you couldn't hear, you just couldn't hear me. Just clearing my inventory out for what I'm about to do, because this tends to take up quite a bit of spots in my inventory. Okay, and we do warp lava. It's a beautiful warp. You're gonna get to see my probably most used warp on the server. So much lava. There's a ghast who lives around here somewhere, but he doesn't shoot at us when we're down here, so we feel somewhat safe. Or I feel somewhat safe. I don't know why I'm talking in the we. We do this, we do that. Ha ha ha. Because it's like you're all right here with me, aren't you? You're my friends. You're playing with me, right? You know, we might have to make a new lava warp. This one's pretty cleaned out. Where the frick is he? Oh, he's shooting at me. This is the first time he's actually shot at me. Oh, wow. Oh, that was scary. I don't know why it says wilderness. Maybe because I'm no longer by warp. Well, that's interesting. No, my UCKET. No, my buckets. Chuckles there. As you see, I said hi, Chuck. Chuckles on. He's the owner of the server. And he's not answering me. Chuckles is ignoring me, people. Okay, we're gonna make a bunch of more buckets. Really bad at this. Really bad at this whole like you know, sort of like place evenly and all the things. I always click slots I don't mean to click on, and are there any buckets left in the furnace? Yay, there are some buckets left in the furnaces. Oh, he left. He probably thinks Chris is on, who is the person I do this faction with. of these with water. And then lava. This is he is a very, very scary okay. I shouldn't have kept good armor on for that, but let's put some crappy armor on real quick. Some chain. We have everything we need now. That was actually quite boring. I'm sorry, people. I made you go through that.
Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4. So
for griefing. Yeah. But you'll notice the ground that was under the obsidian is actually pretty nice. Actually, most of the bottom's intact. But almost all of that is intact. And, you know, the wall and stuff I repaired there, I know how it was hit. It's minimal damage at best. It's all aesthetic. There's nothing really, well, except for the top. And the top, I'll explain that later, exactly what we're going to do with that. But that was more than aesthetic, because it allowed people to get into rooms they weren't supposed to get into and things like that. But, yeah. I mean, all this will be repaired. I'm really focused on getting this all working right now, though. And the reason is, once the melon farm is going, it will... And I don't really want to do... I have a schematic here on my desk of what the melon farm is really going to look like when it's done. But I don't really want to go all out on what it's going to look like until it's well protected. Because, while planting melons in dirt is cheap, the long term of what I want it to be like is kind of expensive. It involves a lot of complicated moving parts and set things that will make it so certain people can do things in protected region. It's going to be very complicated. I don't know. You've seen my automated farm? It's going to be a variation of that. I don't know if you've seen my automated farm. If you haven't seen my automated farm, I can't remember if I made a video or not. But Christopher and JSP all has a good video of it. I'll link to that video too, so you can see that video. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. It's obsidian. Yeah, I've definitely lost a bucket. Oh well. And yeah, you're all saying, grab the nether quartz, grab the nether quartz. And it's true, there'll probably be some point at which I'm regretting not grabbing that nether quartz. But for now, I don't really need it. And I have more things to focus on. When the base is how I want it. And so... it's really going to be a 3-level base. And, you know, there's the above ground parts you've seen, and then the melon farm, and then there's going to be another level beneath that, and there's going to be some machine levels in between, of course. But it's going to be a fairly interesting concept. You know, it's not going to be like, oh, wow, you're the next Etho, because, heck, I'm not the next Etho. He's better than me. I have, like, 5 subscribers or something like that. I mean, he just is. But it's going to be interesting, I think. I'm going to try and make it interesting. I've started to sort of plan out my videos, and I'm not making a video every day anymore. But, you know, like, you saw those first 2 videos. They were just kind of, nonsensical. This would be the right word. Like, nonsensical. I don't know, but they were videos, and, you know, I don't edit, really. I mean, this one's going to have a little editing because of the montage and things like that. And it's a 3-parter. I've recorded this in 3 separate parts. This is the 3rd part right here. But, yeah. I mean, but this is going to be an interesting video, I think. Now, some of the redstone ideas I've gotten from Ethos, some are just logical, some everyone's used. But I really, so for everyone who struggles with redstone, I have one suggestion for you, and because I'm not great with redstone, but I'm pretty good. But my real suggestion for anyone who's struggling to get into redstone or whatever you want to do, call it or do with it, my real 100% suggestion is watch Etho's early on Let's Play videos, because like he does this crazy complicated stuff nowadays, and he skips 5 or 6 steps, and it's... Oh, sorry, my mic was away from my mouth. I might have to adjust my volume later. But it's insane, you know. But if you watch his earlier videos, he explains things more step by step, and you can understand more of what he does in his more recent videos. And some of it's out of date because it uses glitches and stuff that no longer exist, or, you know, they added better ways to do it into the game, like comparators, which we now have. I think in the really early videos we didn't even have repeaters. It was, you know, but watch them because they really help you understand redstone way better than I ever could, and way better than his more recent ones do. Work for what? Does TNT work? Interesting question. I'm not really sure as to what he means by that, though. Yeah, but no, those are really my favorite videos for learning redstone. And people have tutorials on things, which are useful if you're trying to do something specific. But, you know, I'm not an engineering genius or anything like that. I mean, I can build well in Minecraft, but, it's mostly design, not engineering that I do, because, you know, there's no actual gravity or anything like that in Minecraft, so you can basically do anything you want in building. But when you get into redstone, there's like actual technical mumbo jumbo you need to learn, and I'm not great at that. So tutorials work if I'm trying to do something specific, but for me, you know, if I don't know enough to figure it out on my own, it really doesn't help me watch a tutorial. And, you know, you do something enough times, and you get to the point where maybe a tutorial will help you on it. But the tutorials help me, you know, in specific things, but they don't really help me learn how to do things on my own. And, you know, those early videos of Etho, like from back even before his cave base, like the really early ones, and his cave base too, but his really early on Let's Plays, really explain what, step by step, what you're doing, why you're doing it. And, you know, there was this Feed the Beast episode where he was working on, I don't know, like a Call of Duty game or something. I don't really understand what he was doing. I don't play Call of Duty. I haven't in years. but apparently some Call of Duty thing. And he was trying to explain why he was doing the redstone things he was doing. And it was at such an advanced level that it was so far beyond anything I even remotely knew about that I just couldn't follow any of it.